Okay, so we are live. I have to recycle this thing here so I can get to the other side. So good morning, and yeah, we are live now. I think why in the heck this won't go where I want it to go. Let me do live feed. Okay, so I need to go to there, and hopefully it says what it's supposed to say, which means view on the watch page. Okay, so here we go. I got no viewers, but that's okay. I am a little hoarse. So, yeah, dealing with soybeans, you know, dusty old dirty beans, they'll do that stupidity to you. But anyway, I got
Olive Garden's buy one take one starting
Olive Garden is on. Make sure that I have a okay, so I'm going to get a couple cough drops because I'm really pretty hoarse here, but I'm probably not going to be able to stay on too long just because of that. Support crew there. Cough drops, good morning. Cough drops and coffee don't go along, so I'm going to finish up my cough drops or my coffee before I start that cough drop. And my, oh my, what a nice cup of coffee that is this morning. Hope y'all have had yours. I got 4 viewers. HELLO to all who, you know, need to be said hello to. All righty. So what are we going to talk about today? I know I got 4 viewers right now, and you know, spring's supposed to be coming, and the sun is out. I actually have a sawmilling job to do today, which is kind of strange because I don't generally do those, but it's a friend of mine and he needs some red oak sawed up, so possibly I'll do some video there. No questions today, just Hey West by Chase Williams and Morning West by Ocean Brickfire, OBFD. Dennis Klein, hey Wes, did you check out the Facebook page? I did see it. It was pretty good. I have not become, you know, I haven't, yeah, that's your Facebook page actually, because I didn't set it up, but I'll have to become the, I don't know how to work that thing. I haven't looked at it that close. I saw it on my phone. That was about it. Oh, RT Zapper, good morning. Good afternoon, Wes. Marcus Kerr. How much longer till you think you can plant anything? All right, well, here's the deal. I just ordered a bunch of grass seed, 4 tons. 4 tons of grass seed. You know what that means, right? That means I'm not planting soybeans this year. I'm not going to plant soybeans, and I'm not going to plant corn. I am now headed into just being a hay and rye seed farmer. Oh, Skittle, what are you doing down there? Oh, good afternoon from the Netherlands. Good morning. Evening from Western Australia. Good afternoon. Yep. Okay, so yeah, so the soybeans, I've made the decision that I can no longer support the state of New Jersey's deer herd. Have I been able to drive the 6200 yet? Yes. Drove that thing all over yesterday doing some tests and stuff. The brakes needed to be bled out, so when you see this upcoming video, you're going to see that the wheels are tight, but that was because of the brakes. So once I bled the brakes and got them working, they unlocked. Well, they weren't locked, but they started to work properly, and it drives and rides just fine. Just accept the link on Facebook I sent you, and then you will become an administrator. Excellent. So, okay, well, that's what I'll have to do, but I'm not going to do it right now because I got a lot going on. Hello, Denmark. Did anyone plant on Good Friday? I sure did not. It was too wet. Well, it's so damn wet here. Can't hardly walk across the field. That's like the best cup of coffee I've had all day. Yeah, buddy. Usually the only cup of coffee I have all day. There's a trick to coffee. If you buy coffee and it tastes bitter to you, I mean bitter. No, growing hemp in the USA is not legal. It's bullshit, but it's not legal. Looks like marijuana, but you can smoke that shit till you're blue in the face. It won't do anything to you. But, you know, of course, our politicians think that because it looks like marijuana, meaning that it is marijuana, so you can't grow it. Plus, I think it had something to do with cotton growers back in the 50s or 60s, or maybe in the 1920s is when they outlawed that. Wheat, spring wheat? Yeah, I won't be doing that. I'll be planting, Kentucky 31. Can't feed that to animals, it'll kill them. Oh. But anyways, what I was saying about coffee, if it's a little bitter, when I was in the Philippines, the coffee was so incredibly bitter. So you just take a pinch of salt and you put it in the grinds themselves at the top. And then, you know, yes, I did enjoy the Philippines very much. Thank you. Very much, actually. Probably more this time, definitely more this time than the last time. The last time was more of a adventure kind of feeling. This time it was more of, you know, I felt more confident and aware of where I was at, so it was great. No, Skittle's a toy fox terrier. Some people call them rat terriers, but she is one of the only breeds that was originated from the United States of America as a toy fox terrier. I have a splitting headache from a sinus thing. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm hoping this coffee and aspirin I took is going to alleviate some of that. Unless you're in Colorado. I don't even think it's legal to grow hemp in Colorado. I don't know the laws in Colorado, but I think it's a federal ban. Yeah. Good morning from Massachusetts. How's the weather up there? I'm watching OR Peak, and somebody's saying good morning to me through text. I might as well take a look at that. Yep, morning to you. Yep, there it is. All right, I'm live now. Maybe he'll see that and tune in. You do any silaging? No, we used to do a lot of silage. I have 2 silos plus a bunk silo, which now I turned into a building. That's where I house my big baler. My Model T is down there, and just a few things. My bagging system that I have for rye is down there. But yeah, we used to do a lot of corn silage for the cows. Not anymore. In 1995, the silo got to the point where it was, well, we felt that it was unsafe, so we stopped filling it, and then we just filled the bunk. And we did baleage. So round bales that we wrapped with, plastic. So, or, you know, big bale, wrapped bales. We were one of the first farmers, probably the only farmer in New Jersey to have a bale wrapper. We were the first for sure. For many years, we started in 1987 wrapping big bales. It was a European concept, and European concept, and then they started building this wrapping machine here. It was called Wraparound USA, which was a piece of shit. Second generation was built even worse. The metal, the steel that they used was too light, and it basically just cracked apart. Good idea, but they could have done a better job. The soybeans, I sold the soybeans. Sold them to Risker Grain. Brent Risker bought them, and they're picking them up. 2 loads are out. I got 3 to go, and that'll be the end of the soybeans for me. So the soybeans are gone. It's raining and 44 degrees. It's sunny, and I don't know what the temperature is out there. Good morning, Iowa. Dale Graham. Yeah, what's going on in Iowa? Anything good? I mean, should be something going on. You guys ought to be putting anhydrous down unless it's too wet. Man, maybe you've already got that down. That's usually a fall applied thing. But raisins and gin do help. This is actually, you know what? I'm going to open this right here, right now. I bought this in the Philippines, and I had ISIS girl wrap it up. So, anyway, you're probably wondering who ISIS girl is. I'd show you a picture. They lifted the milk quota after 31 years. Dennis Klein, you're screwed. If they lifted the milk quota or the restriction, it's just a matter of time before big dairy comes in and destroys the milk industry. And just absolutely destroys the milk industry. We, you know, when everybody here farmed 100 cows, 60 to 100 cows, we all made a living. After the, you know, and then when things got to the point where, you know, you could milk 200, 300, 400 cows, and then once the mega dairies move in, all the little farmers are going to just, you know, all the guys that are maybe not as you know, not as talented with their cows as others, or maybe the older generations that could milk for another 10 years, they're going to go by the ways the mega dairies take over. So that's a sad thing to hear. I'm really actually sorry to hear that, because that's here in the U.S., you know, you can't make a living unless you got 1,000 cows. 1,000 cows. I know there's a guy down the road, he only milks 25 cows and he can't afford the hay. It's kind of sad. We milked 60 to 80. The most I think we did 88. And when I graduated high school, we put on a few more cows because I was there. I was there. I was actually milking cows. That's what I did. Until I figured out that there were some things, other things that I could do. So now, headache or stroke. I ain't having no damn stroke. I might, but check this out. And I got this in my luggage. And this is for gin and raisins, because it's probably illegal for me to have taken this out of the country. This is San Miguel. This is San Miguel gin. I believe this is the gin. Ginebra, San Miguel. 350 milliliters. This is 80 proof gin, but a nice little bottle. I saw this. I bought a couple of them. And I'm actually going to give this to my grandmother, because she is using the gin and raisins. She is 90 years old. And so it works. It works good for her. It says right on this thing, not for export, for domestic sale only. So that's what it is. You cannot get San Miguel anywhere else but in the Philippines. They don't sell it outside. And let me tell you, you ever drink San Miguel Light, San Mig, Pale Pilsen, or any of that stuff? Oh, it's good. If you like beer, you'll love that. Okay, I better catch up here. Good morning from Waco, Texas. The wacko from Waco, David Koresh. How far were you from him, Willie? Willie Wise. Western Ireland is about done with anhydrous. Some are starting to look at planting. Yeah, once you get that anhydrous in, you know, it fluffs that soil up enough, it'll dry out faster. So that's cool. Morning from Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. Well, that's only like 30 minutes away. Cool. What are the ground temps in Iowa just starting planting? They're not going to start planting in Iowa until the ground is at least 55 degrees. I can tell you that. If they do, it's a bigger risk. But, you know, these guys, some of these guys get itching. They get itching to get it in the ground. Hello from Australia. Keep up the sweet vids. Thank you. Thanks, Zach. Building lobster traps here in Prince Edward Island. Just stopped for a few minutes to watch Wes the cat. Robbie Moore. Oh, Robbie Moore, lobster traps. I'd like to see some lobster traps. I've never seen them. I used to go crabbing in the bay, and you take this little crab cage, and I was just wondering if it may be similar, as you put a little piece of chicken or something in the middle of that thing, and the crabs all crawl in there, and then you pick it up, and you got yourself some crabs. I like that. That was fun. I think it's a dog, not a cat. What? Skittle? Yeah, Skittle's a dog. Cat's here too, but you know, otherwise 2 miles from that. So I bet it was a shit storm when they were down there burning that guy up. But that last about a month and a half. I used to watch it all the time on the television show was Hard Copy. I'd come home from milking cows and I'd see the wacko from Waco. Which, to be quite honest with you, was he really a wacko? I mean, or was he just a guy that the government didn't want there anymore? That was my theory or thoughts on that. Oh, morning from Ontario. Yeah, Steve Ross, Dale Duncan, Michigan here. Cool. Quite a crowd here. Got some Netherlands and no Croatia yet. I like that. And when Bosnia last week, which was really cool. We ain't coming out. That's right. We ain't coming out. Yeah. They didn't come out either. I think the lobster and crab traps are 2 different designs. Yeah, I think so too. We still have 2 feet of snow on the ground. Jeepers creepers. Or Wes, how long have you been streaming? Oh, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. 10 minutes maybe? Something like that. Ain't been long. Tristan Kellerman, hi from Pennsylvania. That's a Facebook page, gained 74 likes in 4 days. Is it just awesome? Yeah, it's actually a pretty good Facebook page if you want to go check it out. It's what is he? Dennis Klein. What is it? Wesley K. Pandy, I think, or Wesley Pandy. It's not one, AKA One Lonely Farmer. I think that's what you've got it set up as. You could have done One Lonely Farmer, you know, AKA Wesley K. Pandy, because you know a lot of people do know me as One Lonely Farmer, or OLF, or whatever you want to say. The 6200 is going to be staying with me for about a month or so. Because I want to run it and make sure everything's working properly. There is still an issue with the power takeoff. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a solenoid that engages and disengages the power takeoff shaft. Hello from 84 PA. Oh, that's up north. Pandy Farm. Okay, it's Pandy Farm. Okay, yeah, and that's exactly what it is. We don't have an S at the end of farm. It's Pandy Farm. I'm doing a job today. A neighbor of mine needs some red oak sawn up, and we're gonna do that. We'll saw it up and be good with it. Morning from Germany. Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, the Fleetwood Mac. Just as you turn off and turn on to the main drag, there's a bank with a Mac machine. At least it used to be there at the bank. And it said Fleetwood over the top, Fleetwood, and then the Mac machine. I always thought that was kind of funny. So anybody who knows who Fleetwood Mac is would definitely get a chuckle out of that. I don't know how many tractors I own. Actually, I had a text message this morning from a fellow who does, what the heck is his name? He does work in Pennsylvania, and let's see. I don't have his name. Maybe I do. No, I don't have his name, but he does tractor work, custom tractor work. So if you're in Pennsylvania and you're looking for looking for some light tractor work, he has lawn and garden tractors. He buys and sells barn cleaners for barns. His phone number is 570-396-4157. And you can call him because I'm sure he would be more than happy to do some fixing of tractors. He says he does from small to big. So if you got clutch that's weak or a transmission that's slipping, he's the guy to call. Tell him One Lonely Farmer sent you. Hey, Denmark. Asgar Moller. Asgar Moller. Mahler. I think it's Mahler. Hey, from Auckland, New Zealand. You planting grains this year? Dad and I will be putting corn in about 2 weeks. No, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to. I'll plant sweet corn. Sweet corn for the family. I'm tired of feeding the deer. I'm going to throw in the towel on soybeans. The mushroom barn is looking to buy as much hay as I can produce. As a matter of fact, they threw a number out there which was quite intriguing to me. They're looking for 10,000 tons. I can produce 8,000 now. So I'm 2,000 tons shy of what they're looking for. So I just bid on about 400 more acres. So that's another 1,000 tons. And I've got another bunch of other ground all the ground that I grew corn and soybeans on, that'll go into hay, and hopefully then that's around 500 acres. So I think I may be able to come up with that 10,000 tons. Be pretty close, and I'm hoping I can. If I can't, well, oh well, you know, it'll be damn close. But I'm gonna put in the bid at like 8,000 or 8,500 tons, and we should be good. I will continue to grow rye on some of the ground that I have, but unless, you know, if I'm going to continue to grow rye on some of the ground that I have, if I can't get hay planted. So that's what it is. You said that your Western Star is nickel and diming. What problems do you have? You know what? The truck's got 874,000 miles on it. Yeah, 874,000 miles on it. It has blow by. Not bad, but not great. You know, it's still, the leak down tests are fine, but it's just little shit. The other day it was a bolt that fell out of the oil cooler and dumped my water out on the ground. So it's, if you get some clothing, go to one of them. Yes, you're doing a good job. It is a cat. You know, Western Star has a Detroit. Yeah, it's a. Well, European and most effective milk exporters, so don't think it will make much difference. It will make a huge difference, Patrick Fox. Do not let that fool you. Export. We exported milk. As we export milk, they import casings from Russia. We had glowing tanks of radioactive milk casings. So, you know, and that's whatever. It's, if you think that milk ban or that milk that quota ban is being lifted is going to help you, you're wrong. You're really wrong. You better just sell your cows now and go into producing grain or silage for the mega dairies that are coming. So, yeah. BC 65925. Good morning, Mr. Pandy. Hey, I got that Tabasco wine that you made, and I'm letting it age nicely. I will be. I'm waiting for a nice warm night, and I'm going to sit on my front porch. I'm going to have a few glasses of that stuff, and I'm going to post that video. I appreciate any gifts that you guys have sent me, especially BC 65925. Bill Corey, he stopped by the farm last summer on his motorcycle. Had a real nice experience in Flemington where the Puerto Rican bride or the Mexican bride wanted to pose on his motorcycle. It was kind of fun, but you know, fun for him. He was a little shocked. I say you should have charged him $50, but you know, hey, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that Tabasco wine, it's still here. I haven't drank it because I want to. I kind of got a few things that came from some of you YouTubers, and I appreciate every one. And you know, I just want to make a nice video of opening all these things. So if you want to continue to send stuff, just great. I even got something from the Cherokee Nation, which was pretty awesome. Hello from Poland. Used to be on a farm a lot when I was a kid back in Poland, and your channel reminds me a little bit of how it used to be. Poland, Michigan. You're in Michigan, but you're from Poland. I think if I got that there. Yeah, cool. Of how it used to be. I hope I'm more modern than what it was, or maybe Poland is technologically more advanced than me. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I mean, I fix tractors and stuff. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Can you post a tractor guy's phone number in the comment section? I had some tractor work. Is the hay or feed or biomass? Is the hay for feed or biomass? It's for mushroom production. I will put that tractor guy's phone number up there if you're in Pennsylvania. He is up Great Bend, Pennsylvania. That's where he's at. He's probably maybe not watching as he's an early riser, but hopefully you give him a phone call if you've got some stuff. Do not call him if you're just gonna fuck with him. You're gonna call him to have some stuff or some questions, and I'll post it. 570. Let's see. What the heck is wrong with me here today? 396. think I know that number from an engine block that I had years ago. 4157. Yep, there you go. There you go. Why don't I raise goats? Well, to be honest with you, anybody that raises goats in this area, they're a bunch of weirdos. So no, I don't. I don't raise goats. I was going to raise goats years ago, but they're I don't know. We're close enough to Hackettstown, and the ethnic groups that buy them are close enough. How long did it take for you to get that good looking? You know, are you serious? Defy logic. That's a good name for you. I don't know. I guess I was just born this way. Yeah. Time to go and finish fixing clutch in a Massey Harris 33. Dale Junkin, good luck with that. Those actually, I know where there's another one of those things, and it has the same exact problem. The clutch slips. I have a great mechanic that has never let me down. He works out of his barn and hasn't failed me yet. He is a retired farmer. Yeah, sure. Do I get something for promoting tire jack? Yeah, I'm supposed to. I haven't gotten anything yet. Actually, I want them to send me some more tire jack. I'll have to get after him. I'm pretty sure that I've gotten some really good, gotten them some good sales. I know I have. A lot of people have. And anybody that has used tire jack that is watching. Oh, okay. BC 65925, you have an enjoyable breakfast. And yeah, hopefully I get out there sometime. I was supposed to go to Iowa, and I was going to swing by you and stop in for breakfast or lunch or dinner, depending on what time I was there. But you know what? I got back from the Philippines, and then I had to cancel out of my appointment at John Deere. But I will hang out there a little later on. They still want me to come out and visit with them, so I'll be out there. Time for me to get to work, cowboy. All right, defy logic. Defy logic. You're funny. How long did it take? Oh, you're funny. Anyway. Morning from Tennessee. Could you give an assessment on the feeling on Clive Bundy versus the BLM? Well, Clive Bundy was just following his lease. The lease that his great-grandfather signed, or I believe it was his great-grandfather signed, or great-great, I'm not sure. So yeah, my feelings are that the BLM overstepped. They have an agenda. They're government workers. I mean, they're doing what they're told, and the whole thing was, yeah, we're a year later. That was taken on now. As a matter of fact, I got some friends that were actually getting ready to load up their shit and go defend this guy. I didn't have time personally. It's a lot of people are like, oh, why would you go defend this guy? Well, the fight's going to start someplace, and there's a lot of people that are defenders of our freedoms that would be more than glad to go out and help defend them. So yeah, the BLM was wrong. Clive and Bundy, he was supposed to pay his rent, but they upped the rent or whatever it was. And, it's more complicated than what I can say on here. But I think that Clive and Bundy was right. He was defending his right and his rights. The John Deere windrower will be here mid-May. And, I gotta sell a lot of hay between then and now. I just bought a new trailer for my truck, which cost me $40,000 that I didn't really feel like spending, but what the hell am I supposed to do? The hay's got to go to the mushroom barn. So I'll show it to you when it shows up. I was supposed to pick it up yesterday, but yesterday was Good Friday, and I don't think the salesman remembered that. So, yeah. American Mad Supplies. Yeah, we're a bunch of mad Americans, nuts, Morning West from Southwest Georgia. Toby Tyler, good morning. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, GMC Center. Did you go to school for diesel tech, or how did you learn everything you know? Watched all the repair videos. Looks like you know what you're doing. Well, I'm glad I can make it look like I know what I'm doing. I guess I just have this. Well, I'm gonna tell you a little story about me. And I did not go to diesel mechanic school. I just got my hands dirty, liked it. So, but years ago when I was in school, I had a friend, Travis Kugelman. He could draw anything. I mean, anything. It didn't matter what it was. If there was a, it could be anything. He could draw it, and it would actually look better than the original. So I always was a little jealous of him because he had this wonderful talent. And there was another kid, Dominic Georgie. He was just talented in so many other ways, and I always felt that I didn't have any talents because, I couldn't draw, and I couldn't build models. I think that's what Dominic was doing. I could build models, but you see, I have these great big meat hooks. I mean, look at these things; they're huge, and they're still dirty. That grease doesn't come off, So I could build models, but they never looked quite right. Have you ever used Deca batteries? Yes. Deca is actually only out here outside of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. So, yeah. But anyway, nope, Peter Jackwich, I already moved it. I drove it around yesterday. So anyway, I guess that I had talents that I didn't know about. I used to fix lawnmowers and race them around and make them go faster than they were supposed to. I busted the steering out of one and I modified it to make it steer, and I was able to do those things. So my talents have evolved, and I'm not afraid to tackle any job. Like I watched somebody sent me a link to I think it was an 8230 John Deere tractor that needed a new parking brake, and I know how to replace that now. I just took a look at it and watched the video. It was a stop motion film or a time delay film, time lapse, and yeah, it was nothing. It was really easy. Actually, I like the 8000 series tractors. They're all modular. They come in sections, so and they look simple. So instead of sliding the rear on those, you slide the front and forward, and then you just pull it out with a crane. But yeah, no, I never went to diesel school or anything like that. Never had to. The answers to torque specs are pretty much right here in front of me on this computer. Of course, John Deere doesn't want to give up their secrets, so they don't put those out there. But a good IT manual online, you can get those and find your torque specs and get through it. Like the 6200, there was a couple of things that I could have replaced, but I opted not to. They actually, that one steel plate inside the transmission that was scored, but it wasn't bad, it wasn't bad. And, a couple of guys were like, oh my God, I'd have replaced them all. Well, they were, honestly, those scores were just surface scratches. I mean, like if you took 80 grit sandpaper and went around there, no, they'll be fine with a good quality oil. Mobility scooter. I remember the time-lapse video you were making a billing going up. The time-lapse camera that I was using was a piece of junk. Don't use it. What the hell is that? I would never recommend. Where's that piece of shit? It was Biore or some damn thing. Don't buy that. It's junk. Didn't work. I did it on several different things. A shipload of Viagra went missing, and now they're looking for hardened criminals. That's pretty funny. I like that one. God. Did you like the Facebook page that Dennis Klein set up for you? Yes, I did, Sam. I did. It's a little farmer. Thanks to watching your videos, I've learned enough to rebuild the transmission on my 4040 power shift. I'm almost done. I rebuilt the brake pack and the clutch pack because the facings had delaminated. Just wanted to say thanks. Well, you're welcome, William Clark. Glad I could help you out and build some confidence in you guys. I mean, these machines are big and they're heavy and they're intimidating. Once you get past that intimidating part, and you can just really just say, you know what, this isn't so bad. You know, as long as you've got the right jack, that's all I could say. If you got a good jack, you can roll the ass end away from anything, and take your pieces off and put them in succession. And then when you get your new parts, you take the old parts away, put the new parts in those places, and start putting it back together again. The hardest part is torque spec. If you don't have the torque specs, you got to find it. And they're a pain in the ass. They don't want to let you have that stuff because they know. Wes, can you give me some mechanical help? Wherever I put my tractor in third gear, low range, the PTO spins. There's nothing is hooked up. I push the PTO lever on and it spins the correct speed. Any advice? Sounds to me like you've got only in third gear though. That's kind of weird. That is kind of weird. Third gear, it spins. Now, does it spin hard or does it just spin? I mean, just a little bit, turn a little bit, because that's just a PTO brake if that's the case. Notice there's a 4230 John Deere tractor in Nebraska, which was built here in Western Australia and does not look like a John Deere tractor. Okay, that would be, I believe, a Copeland or a Cortland tractor. John Deere, and that's an Australian tractor. And it's Copeland or Cortland tractor. John Deere actually bought that company. They were fucked up looking John Deeres, if that helps you out any. Stagger, Chris. Yeah. Ever thought about offering internship on the farm? Could be a contest idea for you. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. You know, the thing is, try and teach somebody to come in and do the job that I do is hard. People, I don't know. I think you need a tripo your squeaky chair. Boy, it's like this one. That's what she said. Anyways, spins about 100 RPM. Yeah, you've got a brake issue when you turn it on and it goes to 540. Tell me what this is about. Wes, did you do a video of you moving the 6200? Yes, I did. Chamberlain tractor. That's right. Yeah, see, and that's what John Deere. They got John Deere motors in. They've had them in since the 70s. You don't like my squeaky chair? I'm sorry. You know, this was a gift to me from a dead guy. So, and it's a quality leather chair, so I'm not getting rid of it. Hell, I've had it for probably 8 years. My tractor I'm talking about is a 1980 John Deere 950 with a bucket. 950 with a bucket. You know, there's a brake in there. It's just it should be like a thrust brake. When you take your hydraulic, when you disengage your PTO, there's a little piston or two little pistons that force this into a cone. It's almost like a synchronizer, and that should slow it down. I think you can access that from the back, but I'm not sure about a 950 John Deere. You know, I'm not familiar with that little tractor. This one, actually, this is the clicky, the camera. This is the replacement. The problem is, it still works. It just clicks. You know, this one here, I took this went to the Philippines with me. Actually, they all did, but this one here is waterproof, and I don't know. I should replace it. I actually took this one too. I have this little guy. This is a Sony. I've had this one for about 5 years. It's just, it's delicate. I don't want to use it up, but yeah. Does this issue all okay now? Yeah, I'm having ProFarms. I'm having a little issue with the PTO. I think it's a sucking solenoid issue. So I'm going to find that maybe today. I got to go saw lumber for a neighbor, so that's going to kind of put a damper on things. Really? The Chamberlain tractor were Perkins, GM Detroit. I don't know about that. The later ones when John Deere bought them out, they looked like a John Deere. They turned them green and yellow just like a John Deere. And then eventually John Deere bought the company. I think they were supported by John Deere for a while. But anyways, I didn't know that they put the Perkins diesels suck. After 5,000 or 6,000 hours, you're rebuilding the damn things, at least the older ones. Hey Wes, it's the John Deere 740 loader underbuilt. Just purchased a 7410 with some. No. You have to weld that? A 740 loader you have to weld? That's a surprise to me. For the tens of thousands of tons of material that we have moved with my 740 loader, there is not so much as a fracture in it. It's great. I've never ever even heard of the older ones. I think it's a 260 or whatever, 262 or whatever model loader. Those were no good. They would break apart, but the 740, no. Can't believe it. I have not gotten the engine from Mr. Heavy Chevy yet. I've been up to my eyeballs in shit, but it's coming. I'm waiting for 3 days of rain. 3 days of rain so I can drive down, pick it up, and drive home. It'll probably only take me 2, but I want a 3-day rain. And that could be this week because the 6200's back together. I want to go get that engine, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to strip down that 5020. I have planted teff. No good. One Cincy Farmer 66, teff is no good. It has to be planted just right, and I don't know, high tonnage, high fertilizer. The cost to produce it was too high. I have to take this damn coffee off. The cost to produce it was too high. I'm sorry. I did. I grew it a couple times. No good. Expensive as hell too. When you go and you start the 4010, want to see a video today, please? Today, please. Well, like I said, I'm going to go saw lumber, so no, I'm not working on the 4010 today. No. Chris Rad, hello, finally made it to one of these. Hello, good morning, welcome aboard. You're in for a wild ride. I'm surprised nobody's asked me about my amnesty rant yet. Fuck your goddamn Candy Crush. Jesus H. Christ. Every day, if I go to YouTube or Facebook, I get Candy Crush, Candy Crush, Candy Crush. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. Don't send me that. Now it's Soda Crush. Soda Crush. So, whatever. Sugar fix. It's not sugar. It's a Hall's cough drop. You should make a video of a run over your tractors. Updates, please. I could, but the video would be an hour long. Do you really want to watch an hour-long video of me? 10 minutes I thought was max, and I've been pushing up to 15. Thanks, my loyal viewers. Pro Farms. Mid-May. Yeah, Woody's bag is busting me on my camera. This is the new one. This is waterproof. It works really good. I actually like it a lot. It's exactly the same as my other one. It's just, I don't want to trade it out just yet. You seem pretty pissed about the invites. Well, you know, it's every day, all day long, Pro Farms. I get these stupid notifications on my telephone. You know, hey, so-and-so invited you to play Candy Crush. And you know why? You know why they're doing it? Because they get free lives, I guess. Get a life. Go get a job. Stop sitting on your damn telephone playing Candy Crush or in front of your computer playing Candy Crush. And these people that are sending me the invites, they're not lazy people. I just, maybe their kids are playing the game on their computer. I have no idea, but it's kind of silly. Zuckmat3461, thanks for stopping by. A 1 hour video. I would like to watch a 1 hour video. Playing banjo naked in the front yard in a snowstorm, maybe. An hour would be amazing. Really? Really? All right. Is the Halls the kind with the honey in the middle? They're great. Now this is, I don't think so. Actually, honey is very good for a sore throat. I don't have a sore throat. I got a congested head. This is what it is. Halls triple soothing action. I had to read that backwards, by the way. Morning from Tennessee, the Redneck Railroad. I like the longer vids. Do some, please. Okay, well. Fuck you, too. Fuck you. Fucking me, why? The Nuffields channel, what's your problem? What did I do? You should do some longer videos sometimes. Yeah, I do. I mean, the shorter videos get more views faster. But, you know, it's hard to get enough content into a 5-minute video. So that's why I've been pushing it up to 15 minutes. You know. Pickerick 1 morning from North Carolina. I'll be in North Carolina to pick up a motor from Mr. Heavy Chevy. So not today, but hopefully this coming week. I really have to get that done. Steiger Chris West, you go check out the Chamberlain tractors on Flickr. Yeah, I've seen them before. Actually, the only reason I know that John Deere had involvement in those tractors, I don't even think they still make them, Chamberlain tractors, do they? I think when John Deere took them over, they all went to John Deere. But I have a John Deere history book, and that's how I know that they were Chamberlain tractors. I'm glad Christy doesn't want to make illegals legal too. I got to tell you, I pissed off a lot of people with that video, but the whole thing is these people that are coming across the border illegally need to go back. I don't care if they've been here for 15 or 20 years. They need to go back. They came here illegally. They're living here under false pretenses. We have enough problems here in America without more problems coming across the border, you know, and I'm all for legal immigration because, you know, honestly, there's a lot of people leaving the United States too. But yeah, what is Nuffield Farms? What is your problem, dude? Not enoughs. Okay. Anyways, with the illegal immigrants, if you've been here for 10 or 15 years or 20 years and you got a family here, go ahead and make application. I think that you should be able to stay here and make application to stay here. But you know what? If you can't afford to do it, then you go back. Because if you've been here for 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20 years and you can't afford to get your paperwork done, then, oh well, such is life. You need to go home. I don't care if you got kids here that only know America. Did you bring me a bagel?
Brought myself a bagel. Do you want half one?
No, I got hulls. I can't eat it anyway. So, yes, illegal means illegal, and as undocumented immigrant, you know what? We're not stupid. You know, we're not stupid. It means illegal alien. Undocumented immigrant is a bullshit word to try and fool the American public, and these elitist government officials think that we're that stupid to believe that it's something different than what it is. They're a bunch of morons. So, you know, I went a little bit crazy about in the video, and I'm not. I still feel the same way. If you come here illegal and we send you back, you need to be microchipped. Something. That's it. Microchipped. I mean, illegal across your forehead. Yeah, somebody called me a Nazi because the Nazis tattooed the Jews and stuff like that. Well, at least the Nazis weren't the worst. I mean, they put it here on their wrist. I say right across the forehead. We're American. We'll do it. You know, that's what I would do. That way, when you see this guy crossing the border and you see a guy walking up the road, you see illegal, you know he's been here before. Jeff Bagley says, good morning.
Good morning. I can't read anything. I'm blind right now, so.
Oh, yeah, she's blind. Here, put on some glasses.
That's not going to help anything.
Oh, okay. So that bagel looks good. You know, actually, it does look good. All I've had this morning was coffee and Gas X. No, it's just Halls, you know. Yeah. So anyway, put the chip in them. If it's a chronic problem, laser beam their asses and blow their friggin' heads off, you know, whatever. That'll stop it. Honestly, if we closed down our borders and there was absolutely no, you didn't live to cross, it would only take about a week of that. Yeah, the bodies would pile up pretty deep, but they'll get word back home that, hey, the Americans are killing us at the border. But you know what? I think Mexico would shoot at us. If we started shooting them and those people started going back across, the Mexicans would shoot at us. I'm sure of it. Man, Ryan Diaz, you really want this bagel, don't you? Let's see a piece of it. You can eat it. No. I make alfalfa hay. Need to rake faster. Looking at a Vermeer R2324 John Deere 7.5. Even better round one. Wheel rake seemed to rope it up too much. Also dead on with the amnesty. I agree. Yeah, well, there's only these libtarded morons that think that I'm fucked up, that I should just open my arms and allow them to come, or we should allow them to come. And I did make a video and I didn't post it because, well, I probably will post it, but it's fine, you know, if you unsubscribe from my channel because you don't like my views. But you know, we have a Bill of Rights, and the Bill of Rights allows me to have an opinion and my freedom of speech, as long as I'm not like fucked up in the head. Okay, so yeah, what do you think of Icon disc mowers? Honestly, I never ran one. I've looked into them. I think the cutter bars are too cheaply made. Chechens will, the Mexicans. Oh, so anyway, yeah, where the hell was I? Yeah, I made a video of what I felt. You know, you get these liberal morons that think that the country should be free to anybody that wants to come, which, you know, when the borders open, we get ISIS. We get radical Islamic extremists. They come out up here, and they have a plan. You know, Mexico doesn't give a shit. They're passing through. Nobody wants anything to do with Mexico. I mean, they're booze. The only thing that good comes out of Mexico is Corona beer and Jose Cuervo. It's about it. And I don't even drink, and but whatever. So they're letting them come through. They have a plan. They're going to amass here, and then there's going to be problems. Like, they're going to wake up one morning and say, okay, we're going to attack this town. They go in and they kill a bunch of innocent people that are unarmed because, you know, owning firearms is just so old and outdated. You know, that Second Amendment, I can't believe our forefathers ever put that into that old rag called the Constitution. You know, so anyway, the First Amendment is protected by the Second Amendment. So if you're watching this channel and you don't like my ideas of how to stop immigration, go to hell. Get the hell off my channel. And I love it when they write, just unsubscribe. I hate you because you're so inflexible. Inflexible? I'm not inflexible. I follow the rules. You want to immigrate? Make application. I'm sorry you were born into a country of poverty. You know what? I've been to countries I've been to a country that is so impoverished, but you know what? They all seem happier than everybody here. It's really weird. But the problem Mexicans think California, Texas, and the states are stolen from them. I know Mexicans keep telling me that. Well, they can just go back to Mexico. We took it away from them. Oh, well. You know, back in the day, and, you know, it's just like Russia and the Crimean Peninsula. Russia wanted it back. Putin wants it back. Well, Putin's got the power to do it. Russia or the Mexicans don't have the power to take it back, so they just send all their scummy little criminal scumbags up here to take it. But whatever. I'm not even talking about the Mexicans. I'm talking about the others that are being allowed to be here. So in this video that I made, I kind of explained it in layman's terms, and and I'll probably just say it right here. The borders being open would be like your backyard. You got a 50 acre plot, and you build a house at one end, and you got a barn where you raise goats so you can have your goat's milk, and you have your little garden where you raise organic French peas or whatever the hell they are, and you do all your little things, and you got hemp in your garden because you're a pot smoking moron. Wait a minute. They have hemp in their garden because they make clothing. They got marijuana because they're pot smoking morons. And then one day there gets to be a tin shanty out at the other end of their 50-acre plot. Now, this person is now a squatter. He comes in, he thought, wow, I like this 50 acres, and moves in. Now, Mr. Libtard or dumbass demo boy is not going to be okay with this. That is his 50 acres. You can't just come onto this ground. Well, on the other hand, they're like, oh, well, come into my country. It's, you know, the borders should be open. Anybody should be able to come here. Well, if that's the case, then let them on your property too, because I don't want them on mine. I don't want to, you know what? If you're illegal, go home. We don't want you. Go back. So anyways, I'm done ranting about that. Uh-oh, somebody's after me. Don't know who it is, but I ain't answering it. How's that sound? Good job, Wes. Way to state your views. I agree. Well, thank you. You know, I'm sure I'm gonna get a bunch of unsubscribers. You know, I watched my subscription thing go take a big dip, and it came back up a couple days later, and I'm perfectly fine by that. But as all these guys, you know, that sent me private messages were saying, you know, one guy sends me a message. He's like, apparently you don't look at your numbers or don't care at your numbers, because with a video like this, your ignorance is going to lose you all these subscribers. You know what? All the subscribers that I lost, good riddance. You weren't worth having, you know? So, yeah. Brian Wynn. You know what? I don't generally flag or ban people, but you have been blocked. See ya. Prevent this page from creating additional dialogues. Okay, whatever. Goodbye. That was not very nice. Anyway, all I could say about the border is, dang, my bacon was good. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Just keep stocking up ammunition, boys, because eventually it's going to come to that. Yeah. Wes, in my opinion, yes. What is your opinion? Which mower is better? We're talking speed rowers. What one is better, Case or John Deere? Well, Case is New Holland. I had that New Holland, which is exactly the same as the Case, and I'm buying a John Deere. So in my opinion, BLM 54, and I've talked to a lot of John Deere owners. They're more than thrilled with their John Deeres. So I'm going to say John Deere right now. Now, I spoke with April, the girl that sold me my Speed Rower 240. I spoke with her 3 days ago, and I told her, I said, you know, I know that John Deere buys or they swap back and forth mowers so they can do research back and forth. And I suspect that New Holland is going to play a really good catch-up game. So maybe the next, not the model they just released this year, the 260 and the 220, don't buy those. They're the same as my 240. The only difference is the hood and the engine. And I had no problems with the hood nor the engine of that machine. So John Deere is definitely for the win. But I suspect that the upcoming models that New Holland puts out will be as good or better than the John Deere of today. So, you know, just if you're looking for a machine today, go buy a John Deere. Good day from Norway. Can you tell Ben to get up? Can you tell Ben to get up? Ben who? 77 Psycho 77. Who? Ben who? What is nasty? Is the damage they do to the Arizona landowner's property? No, I will not unsubscribe because of your opinions. By the way, I own weapons. Well, good for you. You know, that's your Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. I mean, it's a very simple line. In the Second Amendment, we have the right to keep and bear arms. Now, these assholes that we elect or supposedly elect into office come out with, oh, well, that's not what it really says. Well, I'm pretty sure that what I read is what it says. But, you know, of course, if they want us to use muzzle loaders and muskets and shit like that, I'm fine with that. Because you know what? Muzzle loaders of today are just as accurate as any high-powered rifle. Just takes a little longer to load them. But I'm not giving up my guns. Thanks, it's my cousin. Okay, Ben, get the hell up. How's that sound? That good enough? I would unsubscribe from this channel. No matter, I would unsubscribe from this channel no matter what. This is my favorite channel on YouTube besides mine. Yeah, that's funny. But watching your videos is what made me want to post videos. I just want to say thank you. Oh, you're welcome. And it would be, I wouldn't unsubscribe. Thank you. Go onto Facebook and look at Pandy Farms to keep updated with all Wes's and his vids. Well, thank you, Dennis Klein. Thank you very much. You've earned your keep. I'm fairly new to this channel, and I love it. I don't farm, but I still love everything you do, Wes. Well, thank you, Corey Farron. I'm buffering. Good. How many tractors do you own? Too many. Not enough. What's the answer? I'm not sure. There's room for your channel. You have the freedom to say what you want. See, and that's the thing. That is the one thing that really pisses me off about that video. And, you know, I can say what I want as long as I'm not threatening or, you know, threatening. Basically, if I'm threatening or, you know, planning to do a massive amount of people harm. Now, when I said that we should microchip them and, you know, at the border run a wire, laser guided grenade launcher and vaporize them, you know what? That would definitely fix the problem. They would stop coming. Immigration is not near the problem that we bigots here in India or the state of I guess in their bigot pizza place. Well, I'm not a bigot, I guess, or whatever. I want people to come here legally. What do I think of cat farm tractors? Well, they're AGCO now. And I had a neighbor that had a Caterpillar track 65, Cat 65. It pulled really good, but he had more trouble than it was worth. No, actually, I had Dennis Klein make me the Facebook page because he's a cool dude. And yeah, so you can go visit that. I'm going to become the administrator of it, and I will accept anybody that wants to become a Facebook member on that. It is the Pandy Farm Facebook page. I do not smoke weed. Where's Tim? Not sure. You know what? No OLF shirt today. I'm sure I've got a couple of them. And again, you're one of the problem people in this country. Actually, 45 Deer 9500 BC 65925 is a really cool cat. So, I don't think he gives a shit what you just wrote. But yeah, he's a good guy. I like the idea of tattooing them on the forehead. You know what? If they were American citizens, it would be a violation of our civil rights. But because they're illegal aliens, I think we should do it. They don't belong here. We don't want them here. So we tattoo them right across the forehead. See you later. Goodbye. Hi, One Lonely Farmer. I started watching your vids last summer. Hi, Pro Farmer. I'm glad you did. BLM 54 muzzle loaders, in my opinion, are crap. I have one, and it will shoot half a distance of my muzzle loaders are, in my opinion, are crap. Oh, well, of course. 7mm, I said they were as accurate. I didn't say that they would go as far, but I do know some muzzle loaders and some guys out here in Coombsville. They make 2-piece bullets for their muzzle loaders, and they will shoot farther than a .338 Lapua mag. So, which the state police snipers don't use muzzle loaders, but 7mm their primary gun. You know what? I don't know about a 7mm 08, but a 2506 would be really pretty sweet, fast, flat shooting rifle. I use a 243, which is a neck down 308, which creates one hell of a ripping fast round. So. What is the fascination with the bagel?
I ate it.
She ate it. You know, all these people are like, oh, Haley, I love your bagel. I want to eat it. You know, I just blocked a kid for being really rude. I hope he was a kid, because if he was an adult, this girl is 15 years old. So, you know, 15 years old, if you're over 18, that gives me the right to put a bullet in your head. Yeah, bullet in your head. You see, I don't beat people up for attacking my daughter. I just kill them. I feel that that's my right to defend my family. So, Huh?
Never been attacked. So.
Not yet. Her boyfriend might piss me off. You know, his head might get evacuated of all of its innards. Look at her face. She's like, oh, motherfucker, Dad. No, Mitchell's a good kid. Yeah, I like Mitchell. Mitchell's a nice kid. He's quiet, respectful, because he doesn't want my foot broke off up his ass. Right? Yeah. How many does the 4960 have? How many hours? The 4960 has about 75, 7,600 hours on it. I was watching some old videos and did end up suing for. No, I do not. I'm not a suer. I don't sue people, but I do tell everybody, do not go to Ditchman Fords in Flemington, New Jersey, because they are assholes. They are saboteurs, and they need to go out of business. That's what I tell everybody. I mean, yeah, I just told you it has about 74, 7,500 hours on it. I'm 16, the little farmer. Did you get a new interior in 4960? Not yet. I need to. Actually, you know, that number that I posted for that guy, I was thinking of taking it up there and getting him to do it. He seemed like willing to do that. How many bales did I do in 2014? Well, I made my bales 6 inches longer, and I made them heavier. So I made about not quite 10,000 bales, I guess. The year before, I made 11,000. But you make them 6 inches longer, you could take 1,000 bales out of the mix pretty quick. So every 1,000 bales is like 6,000 feet. Divide that by 8. Divide that by 8.5 feet. I'll tell you how many bales. So I made more hay last year than I did the year before, but with less bales. Almost reached 100 likes on Facebook. Wow, it's going pretty quick. You're buffering for me. I'm sorry. My grandfather gave me a gun, and the bullet is about the same size as a 50 BMG. And you can legally own it in Maine, but you can't find ammo for it. And I can disintegrate rocks with it. Okay, BLM 54. What are you talking about? Is it a 50 BMG or is it a? Grandpa gave me a gun, and the bullet is about the same size as it's probably a 45-70 is what you're talking about. Pretty damn big. What's your opinion on gun laws in America? There's only one gun law. I have the right to keep and bear arms. Gotta go watch tape. Levi. See you later. MI2TN. Good morning from Victoria, Australia. I'm new to farming, and do you have any tips to help me get started? Keep up the great work. Well, first, find a good psychiatrist. Go speak with him for hours. And then, if you still feel the same way, give me a call back. Would you ever consider buying a different tractor other than a John Deere? I did. I was actually going to buy a New Holland, and I'm glad I didn't because I love John Deere. I'll buy New Holland other stuff, you know, like the New Holland baler, but John Deere makes tractors, and they make good tractors. So, yeah, I'm just joking, Liam from Australia. If you know what, to get started, the best thing that you can do to get started is actually go and work with another farmer that's been doing it for quite a long time. And they'll let you know. What's your opinion on the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum? Stupid. You can do with a 45. Dead is dead. A 45 is a man stopper. 500 Smith & Wesson, you know what? It's not going to be enjoyable to shoot. Even 45, if you got the wrong one, they can be a little bit, you know. I got a 1911 45, Colt 1940. A Colt 45, 1911, Colt Commander. It bites you right here, right there. But a 45, like I'm going to say like a Sig Sauer or something like that, or even the Glock 45, nice gun. They shoot really well. The 500 Smith & Wesson, man, you pull the trigger on that thing, it's coming back at you. I don't care how much porting they did. Afternoon from Bundy, Scotland. I'm farming here at the moment. We are calving cows, so it's all go. Love my life. John Clark, you are in a beautiful part of the world. I watched Deep Digger Dan do a hike through the wild Scotland. Boy, what a nice place to go. I'd love to see that. I'd love to go to Scotland. Actually, me and Grease Monkey were going to go to Scotland, but it was too treacherous at that time of the year because it was winter time. So maybe someday when I'm rich and famous, I'll be able to take a month off and go through the wilds of Scotland. Okay, John Deere, yes. Wes, do you ever bale silage hay that is wrapped in sun film? No, I used to, though. I have a lot of sun film, but I wanted to do it. And if I acquire the farm that I'm trying to purchase, I will be growing about 100 acres of alfalfa, and yes, I will be wrapping it. So it's just going to be one of those things. When I buy this farm, I'm going to have all my closest YouTube friends bring their tractors to the place, and we're going to plow that bitch up. It's going to be awesome. What's your thoughts on the T7 New Holland tractors? I'm going to work experience in the Baselden factory this summer. Pro Farms, that was an awesome tour. I was there. It was great. Haley went with me, you know. We snuck her in the door. She was 14. She was supposed to be 18. She acted like a big old grown-up, and we got her in, didn't we?
They thought it was your wife in England.
Yeah, they thought, I mean, God, just pedophile, dude. Ancestral pedophilia. Is that new?
No.
Probably not. I think Game of Thrones, they do that shit. Fucked up stuff. Mm-hmm. Any word on Tim carrying on the Pandy's bloodline over there? You should just wipe. Oh, God. You know what? Mr. This Is Me Too. You're getting close. You know, I blocked one guy. That's the first one. You're getting close. Quit it with that shit, all right? Just knock it off. You're welcome to Scotland anytime. Just call. Well, John Clark, I would love to be there. You should check out all my YouTube vids, my holidays in Scotland. The North 03. You know what? The North 03. I'd like to actually look at that. I'm really going now. Bike contest. All right. See you later, bike contest. Thanks for stopping by. And we have reached the 1 hour mark, and my throat is killing me. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really like congested. My wife thinks I'm crazy for wanting to turn our 2 acres into a Jersey tomato growing operation. Seeds cost 0.1 and the mature tomatoes sell for $1 each. Do it. But I'm going to tell you a secret about growing tomatoes. Space. If you think you're going to get more tomatoes by putting them closer together, you're wrong. You got to give them space. They got to breathe. If you don't, you get the black spots on the bottom of the tomatoes and they rot. That's because they're too close to one another. Just a little tip for you. How are the John Deere doing? It's doing good, Lloyd Reeves. We have just 2 calves today. I live in the best part of the world in Ireland. James Fairley. Ireland. I want to go to the Isle of Man. That's where I want to go. So anybody from the Isle of Man, and maybe next year I'll take off to Ireland or something. I don't know. You said last week that you may plant wheat this year. Will you combine that? No, it would all go to straw. Take it off, put it out as straw. Plow it up, plant hay in the fall. Timmy Corn Picker, so you have the disease that's been going around too. No, this is different. It's called Timmy Corn Picker. I was in dusty soybeans and too stupid to wear a face mask because I thought me being in the cab of my skid steer was going to keep me from getting this awful, miserable, congested, sore throat shit, but it didn't. So anyways, my own stupid fault. Before you go, I want to wish you a happy Easter and good luck with your farming this week. Well, thank you, Dennis Klein. I'm not ready to go just yet. I'm going to take it on out to 9:30. At 9:30, I'm going to say sayonara, see you tomorrow, which is Japanese. And yeah. Have you ever had any trouble in your baler? Main gearbox. We've had to get a tooth welded up on the big main gear this year. Are going to have to reshim the other BB960 baler we have. Well, I had a BB960A, and I never had any problems with that part of it. Mine was mainly nodder trouble. The thing you really got to watch is the oil that's in there. After 100 hours, drain that shit out and put fresh in. with Lucas Oil Stabilizer. What's happening is, like you said, you're gonna have to reshim it. What's happening is the lash on the input shaft is getting sloppy, and that's what'll break that off. So you've got some serious bails through that thing. Hey Wes, any reason why a John Deere wouldn't take a gear? It will take B, C, and D, but it won't take A. You got synchronizer issues. Synchronizers are shot. What model is it? Wyatt Hart. Hello from Prince Edward Island, Canada. Yeah, you guys were the reason I got kicked out of, I didn't get kicked out of, but Franklin Brothers Mushroom Farms, Prince Edward Island. They bought all the straw from off there. It's a big wheat island. And they no longer needed East Coast wheat. They were buying it off of you guys. That's been years ago. That mushroom barn shut down now. Kendall Spring Farm Auction, I got such a great deal on my tractor. Is happening again soon, and I think I may spend some big money and try to get everything else I need. Well, go for it. Can you give a shout out to my Aunt Mary? Okay, Charles McLellan. What would I say? Is it like happy birthday, Aunt Mary, or is it hey Aunt Mary, how you doing? But anyways, hey Aunt Mary, hope everything's going well. Yeah, there you go. Get her done. Kill the purple guy. What is this Nuffield's channel? That
is.
It's a weirdo.
I know it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's what? Hi guys, this is Nuffield's channel, and I show old Nuffield tractors. Yeah, well, whatever. How's the John Deere Model H coming? Well, it's sitting in the shed. I just haven't had a chance to mess with it. The 6200 is almost ready to drive or hooked to a spreader at this point, but it needs PTO work. It sometimes will take but not all the time. It is a John Deere 7320 with a power quad. Oh boy, power quad 7320. Definitely a synchronizer issue. Because they're double synchronized. They're synchronized ranges and synchronized ranges. A, B, C, D, and E. Those are the synchronized ones. The power shifts are 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's synchronizers. You got a synchronizer problem. Yep. Because it doesn't pop out sometimes. Or you get it in and then it pops out. Or you can't get it in, you jam it and then it'll go in. It's got to be a synchronizer. I had the same thing with 7410. It's not a difficult repair. It's just, you can do it in a day. Pull the ass out of that thing, pull it apart at the, let's see, pull the ass out of it, pull it apart at the back pack, because there's 3 pieces to that thing. So the one closest to the rear end. And, yeah. You should be able to get that replaced. It's pretty simple. You don't even need a press to repair that. It's so simple. Good morning, Wes. The ethanol plants in your area, I live near Ohio, called Poet Ethanol. They get corn as far from 70 miles away in all directions. No, we do not have an ethanol plant. I wish we did. Yep. We are planning to bale about 150 acres of wheat this year. Was planted a cover crop. We will wrap it with sun wrap. That is the cost of sun wrap in New Jersey. In Alabama, it's $1 a roll. Well, I have a lot of sun wrap, and it's getting old. But it was Mr. Stu Pedasso. Yeah. Howdy, Mr. Stu Pedasso. I hope I spelled it or pronounced it right. Can't get it in. Well, that sounds like, put some hair around it. You'll get it in. But anyway, that's terrible, isn't it, Haley? Oh, I'm sorry. Wyatt, it's definitely a synchronizer issue. What happens is the facings either wear down or they delaminate, and it happens all at once. And then you get, it just won't force it in because you've got that 1/16 of an inch because it doesn't grab those, when you run that collar, it won't go in because it's just not enough to push it on in. That's why if you jam it real hard, it might throw it and get it in. Sorry, don't block me. I'm going to sub. Well, I don't care about subscribing, you know. You just don't be obnoxious, Mr. Nuffield channel. You're getting close. Closest ethanol plant is 150 miles into Pennsylvania. I think Willie Nelson had something to do with that too. Timmy, corn picker. I'm pretty sure Willie Nelson had something to do with it. Hi from Blairstown, New Jersey. Well, hell, that's just right up here. How much are the GPS for tractors? Depends on what you buy. If it's John Deere, you're going to spend about $25,000 for Green Star. But you can get a good Trimble system with a finger pincher for about $5,000–6,000. Smile, Grease Monkey. What are your thoughts on the new fertilizer called Alaga? I never even heard of it. Not here. But I can fiber. La la la. Yeah. Yep. I think we're having lag now too. Oh, there we go. Bio Willie. Yeah, I honestly think that Willie Nelson was the one that fronted the money into that one in Pennsylvania. A long time ago now, because I remember buying. Yeah. Mr. This Is Me Too. No, I haven't gotten. I'm waiting for rainy day. 3 rainy days in a row. Or then I'm going to go down and see Mr. Heavy Chevy, and I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that engine. Hey, Volvo M225. Hi from Sweden. No lag here. I don't know. I had something going on. Do you still have the driver for your truck? No. As a matter of fact, my driver is no longer my driver. Not that there was a falling out or anything. He was a union operator, engineers union guy. And chimney's fine, guys. It's fine. Chimney's good. Fertilizer on your hay fields? No. Pro Farms, I do not. I do not. I use liquid. But I will be using ammonium sulfate to get sulfur up. That will increase the yield by up to a ton because my sulfur levels are low. So what do you think of zero-turn radius mowers? Well, lawn mowers are like I'm using, the self-propelled. I love them. Both of them. I have them both. So, well, if you pick it up, you might not bring it to me. This is Mr. Me Too. Only if the crap internet stopped being crap. One lonely flathead. Yeah, one lonely flathead. Actually, one lonely bald head. Mr. Heavy Chevy rocks. Learned a lot from his videos. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. Kids are all out in the garage doing their things, you know. I loved it when he had his son polishing the stacks. They actually turned out pretty good. We run BB960A and usually punch out 15,000 bales a year. Each baler. The knotters are a monthly replacement thing. It's not the knotters themselves, it's the tensioners. You have to get the greasable tensioners for BB960A and grease them every other day. Just one shot each and you'll love them. Chicken litter for fertilizer in New Jersey. I haven't, but they do use it. It's pretty well sewed up by Santini Farms, the corn growing contest winners for many, many years. No Desperado. Desperado had to go back to work. They called him up after 2 years and said, hey, you're gonna have to forfeit your book if you don't come back. So he had to go back. I don't hold anything against him. He's a good guy. Are you keeping the WT2303 as well as the new? Yes, I am, Pro Farms. Oh, the Wyatt Hart, it'll come in May, mid-May. Pro Farmer. Where's Tim? Tim is downstairs. He's doing some other things. Whoever is growing tomatoes, if you can get your hands on mushroom compost, they love it. Absolutely. Yes, do that. I did that too. My grandmother actually grew her tomatoes in mushroom soil that I got from another neighbor, Frank Kocius, and they did extremely well. Rabbit shit does just as good, if not better, too. And rabbit shit is good on asparagus. Same message how to block trolls from the off-grid project and tiny home. Huh? Oh, hello from Iowa. Great channel. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm at 328 viewers right now. We're doing really good. We're doing really, really good today. Thanks for showing up, guys. Uh-oh. Something just happened. Yeah, see, I'm getting lag here. And we are now at 9:27, so I'm going to give you the 3-minute warning. I'm getting ready to go. Do you play Farming Simulator? No, I play farming for real. Yeah, no, lamb poop. I did actually Farm Sim 1 years and years ago. Are you going to be looking for a new truck driver? I actually found a new truck driver, and I've bought a new trailer. The new trailer comes. I'm going to run it for a couple of weeks, and hopefully I'm going to have my new truck driver driving. Just 1 or 2 loads a week would be great. Tim does not drive the Western Star, but Tim's birthday is on the 19th, and he is going to be driving the straight truck. So we'll see how that goes. Good morning from Slower Lower Delaware. Sean Terry. Yep, 329 viewers. What about the deer shit? Well, deer shit is deer shit's deer shit. There's plenty of it. Is Tim ever able by law to drive the Western Star? Yeah, he can drive it, but you can't drive a semi on the interstate till you're 21. Happy Easter. It's because Haley's here? What's because Haley's here? Have a great day. Did you visit any farms when you were on vacation? Well, I'm not supposed to have, but yes. I didn't really visit them. Well, no. I drove up to and did some filming there. I did not interact too much with the farmers in the Philippines.
There's Tim, by the way.
Yeah, there went Tim. Ultimate Sim. Greetings from Holland. Whatever happened to the New Holland disc mower? Well, they took it back. I talked to April the other day, and she says that she doesn't know what happened to it, where it went, or who got it. But if it went to another farmer, I feel so sorry for them. I feel like it's ending in 1 minute. That's true. CDL. No CDL. No need for it. How good are you with the banjo? Well, I didn't play it today, but I can play it a little bit, right, Haley? I need to black out a couple of teeth so I can play it a little better. Does Tim have a CD? No, he does not. He doesn't need it. ATVs allowed on your country roads? No, the police will chase you and kill you. They suck. CDL, since I was 16, that is impossible because you cannot get a CDL till you are 18. And do you need a CDL to drive a truck like the Mac or the Western Star if you're a farmer, not in New Jersey? Thanks for taking the time to do these videos, Wes. Greatly appreciated. Well, you know what? I appreciate everybody that's out here. And we are at the 9:30 mark. And I'm going to go down and eat my breakfast. And I got to go prep the sawmill, hook it up, and go to work. Yeah, have a great day. If you're ever in Alabama, you're welcome to come by our farm. Well, I'd love to be down in Alabama. A little bit hard to understand you guys sometimes, though. I mean, you guys have such a deep Southern accent. Not saying anything wrong with it, but I speak fast. You guys speak different. But I think we'll get along just fine. Looking forward to see the 6200 running. It is running. I think I'm trying to be part of the farming cows and working farms. Hi from the Emerald Isle. Well, hello from the Emerald Isle. Thanks for taking the time to do meet and greet too. All righty. CDL laws. You were never able to drive at 16 years old with a commercial driver's license. I'm telling you right now. They used to be articulated driver's license before they became CDL licenses, and that happened in the late 80s. And before that, no. Unless you're from some state that allowed you to drive at 15, but I don't know which state that is. Okay, happy Easter to everybody. I'm entertaining. Thank you. Would you like a slushie with that entertainment or not? No slushies here. I haven't had a slushie in years. I think I'll run down to the local 7-Eleven, get myself a hot dog and a slushie. Right? Can you hear my voice? And no, I'm not being racist. I'm being entertaining. All right. See ya. I'm ending. So long, farewell. I have to say goodbye, right? To you, to you. No, you never heard that?
I might have.
Really?